Hey y'all, your girl is back with another one. Hope all is well. Hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. Hopefully you didn't do too much, get too faded if you do that thing. If you don't, hopefully you didn't eat too much or indulge in too much sugar, because drink is not the only thing that has sugar in it. Y'all gotta excuse my little top. For whatever reason, that side just want to keep twisting up. All good. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Hope you guys didn't do too much indulging because sometimes we find ourselves doing that from time to time. Y'all know how it is when you be having a good time, enjoying yourself. Then I gotta fix the back, y'all. I know people be focused, paying attention. Back to what I was saying. I know we be indulging, having a good time, but we got to think about our health because our wealth is our health and our health is our wealth. And on that note, I had took some time off this weekend. I was going to do a video yesterday, but your girl said, nah, I'm going to wait another day. And I'll do one manana, which is today. So happy Sunday to y'all. Hopefully y'all, like I said, enjoyed y'all weekend and getting ready to get your week started manana, Monday, tomorrow. You know, me, I'm just chilling, just, hanging around, not doing too much. I had some plans, but I chose to cancel them and just stay focused on what I was doing and what I had been doing around the house. Y'all might see me do that a couple times. I don't know why I keep twisting it up. Maybe one of y'all doing it mentally, making it do that. I don't know. But back to the conversation at hand. I was, on my social media and I had seen a post. I want to say, was it last week sometime? And it was basically, it was some children out of Africa. They were at school. I had looked like perhaps recess or assembly. I wouldn't know, and they were dancing. And it was just a nice little video. I had seen it and I believe I either shared it or I made a comment on it. And it's just, to my surprise, I just happened to go back on there and it was some of the most ignorant comments I had ever seen in my life. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, the point of me sharing or commenting and all that was based on I seen happy children. They all were smiling. They were many shades and many colors. There was a comment that just kept coming back. The person just kept putting the comment back. Oh, one of the children, let me rewind back. There was one child who was extremely light, but me personally, I can see that he was a biracial. It was a male child, biracial child, and he was dancing. The ignorant fool kept saying, oh, this person is not of darker skin, so they are not considered South African. But from the looks of it, it looked like the person was born there. And to my understanding and my knowledge is if you are born somewhere, that is where you are from. But me personally, the whole earth to me was at one point Africa. I'm going to just leave that right there. You can debate about it by yourself, whoever you are, whatever you want to do, that's up to you. But me personally, and to say that a person's skin tone, it makes them not what you say that they're not, which is ignorant to me and mind-boggling because I thought we created all skin tones. First time. Oh my goodness. Do I need to answer that? Let me answer that real quick. I am recording literally right now. I'm gonna let y'all see my beautiful mane. That's all y'all get. But I'm recording. Give me like a couple minutes. I'll call you right back. You're gonna be in my video. Love you. Okay, back to y'all. Like I was saying, oh man, that just threw me off because I never had a straight call come through. I usually catch it after the fact, but that's an important call, so I'm definitely not gonna be too long on the video. I got to get back to that because that's Got to get to the smunyan. I'm gonna just leave that right there. But like I was saying, the child was light skinned and had rhythm, was getting it. All the kids was, they was getting jiggy with it. Nah, 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 nah. They were tearing it up, and it was just so cute because they all were happy. But to hear this person say that they are not South African because they are white, or yeah, basically that's what they were saying. They're white. Okay, but like I was saying, wherever you are born, that's where you are from. And then there was another comment or two saying that, yeah, like the people in the U.S. Don't we dance better or some. It was just a bunch of just rubbish and nonsense and all that. Well, they kept saying not the people in the U.S., the black people. Let me just put this out there. I don't consider myself being black. I consider myself being indigenous. I'm an indigenous person, and before this place was called America, it was totally something else. Okay. Shout out to my Choctaw people, because that's originally what I am, my ancestors who started this, so let's just be all the way clear. People come on and conquer. Allegedly, people come on and take stuff and conquer and call it something else, and then that's what we rename it. That's not how I go, okay? I am an indigenous person. I don't go by color because I say I'm dark skinned, but y'all will argue with me and tell me that I'm not. Okay, I say that I'm chocolate all the time, and they say, no, you're not chocolate, you're caramel, you're cinnamon, you're yellow at times. It just depending on how you see me when you see me. But I say I'm chocolate. So why would I sit here and debate with y'all when I'm telling y'all what I am and y'all saying something totally different? So we just gonna leave that one alone. But it's just mind boggling to me, the ignorance, because if everything and everyone came from a person of color, that means that they are what? Descendants, right? So they are one of us, right? It was originally called albinism, you know, but we're gonna leave that alone because that's a whole nother topic. Because for a long time, people that had albinism, other people thought they were white, but they are colored. They just didn't have any pigment. There wasn't no melanin jumping off in there, but that don't make them not, as y'all can say, black. But I say, just we're all human race. When we all get cut, we bleed red. If you bleed anything other than that, you're not from here. Okay, so tell on yourself. Okay, but I don't want to see it. And don't come with the harassment against me because I'm saying what I'm saying at the end of the day. But ignorance is bliss. And I just get tired. Kids they're not born to be racist. They are taught that by their ignorant elders. The people that supposed to learn them are learning them and supposed to teach them, but they're learning them stupidity and ignorance. Stop doing that to your kids. Stop teaching them the bull crap. Why are you guys educating your kids on ignorance? Because you were taught and bred to believe this slave stuff. My people did not come here on no slave ships. At least not all of them. A lot of them were already here. People have always been around this world, not just in one spot. That's where you guys are confused. And just because you come and take something, that does not mean that it belongs to you, allegedly. Okay? Just because you come take something, that don't mean it belongs to you. That means, oh, excuse me, they don't want me to say it. That means that you a thief. Let's be clear, okay? That means you're a thief and you have possession of it. That don't mean it belongs to you. Because if the person that it really belongs to sees it, you think they're just gonna sit there and look at you and be like, oh, you can have that? No. We coming for it. So go on and release, okay? I want my reparations because there's reparations that need to be handed out. And all that that people of color are lazy, you go ahead and work for free for 400 plus years, because it didn't stop after 400 years. You go ahead and work for free, and then don't think you ain't gonna demand something in return. I'm gonna need y'all to really quit, okay? Because I was watching a video and I just laughed at it because it was ignorant, and it was just at its finest. It was a separate video, about someone, two people going to racist town or whatever. And I'm not finna pinpoint and call out names or whatever. Everybody's entitled to believe what they want to believe. But just because you have ignorant thoughts and feelings, that don't mean you need to impose that on other people. And you sure don't need to impose it on these kids. They do not need to learn that BS that you are out here giving them. You are setting them up for failure. You might as well walk them over to the trash can. When on Fridays, it's where I am. We talking about Friday. Some of y'all do Monday, some do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We do Friday. You might as well go set your kids outside when you set them cans outside and let the trash come pick them up, because that's what you're raising. I'm going to really need y'all to really get it together and stop teaching these kids the BS, because that's all you out here doing is teaching them BS. They don't need to learn that. They really need you to have some understanding. Some of y'all kids is teaching y'all. Really. Some of these kids know more than you. And then you out here promoting what? Y'all out here stuck on stupid. All y'all want to do is talk about gang banging. All you guys want to do is talk about is penitentiary time. All y'all want to talk about is mumbo jumbo out here. We're not talking about nothing that's going to help us to benefit out here. We're not talking about nothing that's going to help us and help each other be positive. Everybody is selfish, worried about themselves, and y'all corrupting these kids. And I'm going to need y'all to stop. That was the most ignorant stuff I have ever heard in my life. I don't know nobody on this earth that has one race, clearly. And if so, it's something else going on, okay? There was a lot of inbreeding. It's a whole lot of something. Okay, right now in 2025, there is not one person walking on this earth that has one race, as y'all will call it, in them. So I'm gonna need all y'all to be quiet, okay? Because it's not making sense. Anybody that's with the negativity, with the, it's cool. Separation is cool when you want to separate for yourself, not because you're being told to have to separate. That's the difference. I don't get it. I don't want to get it. And I don't want you teaching that to my kids, meaning all the kids, because all the kids are my kids, even your kids. When you're teaching the flim flam, we're not doing that. 2025, it's time to switch up. That's why a lot of y'all getting caught up on your BS, because you guys can no longer come with the shenanigans. We're not having it. Like, a lot of that ignorant stuff, I'm debunking it. I don't have time. I will spend majority of the day by myself. If I have to deal with the flim flam, I'm not doing it. You feel me? At the end of the day, my mind does not work like that. I don't work on all that hatred. I choose to date who I choose to date because I love who I am. Okay. If I meet someone and fall in love with them, that's who I fall in love with. But I love who I am so I can deal with who I am. I'm not going to put down who I am to go serve somebody else, because you are the fool. That's buffoonery. And you are the fool if you think that you don't have to love who you are and can love someone else outside of you and think that that's okay and think that they respect you. They don't respect you. They just taking advantage of you. And kudos to you. Keep on taking advantage of those fools if they're out there being fools and saying ignorant stuff. Anybody just constantly on ignorosity, that's what I call it, ignorosity. And you're spreading it like hotcakes on an iron skillet about to serve 100 kids. No, we don't need that, okay? Leave that trash back there. You keep that trash with you, okay? Keep it on your persons. Don't just even leave it around your house, because kids pick up stuff. You can keep that, zip them lips, keep that, hold on to it, because we don't want it, A lot of the stuff we just don't want in general. So I'm going to need y'all to grow up or blow up, whatever you want. Like I said, there's room always to go play on the freeway and your local highway with all the traffic. You could just run across, see if you can make it. Just see if you can make it, and then if you can, do a video, let me know, like I did it and I made it. Then I'll let you know that you have a higher being, someone upstairs looking out for you, okay? And right now, I was told that they look out, that the higher being upstairs looks out for children, fools, and elders. And we know you're not a child. You might have a mind of a child, and we know you're not an elder because you have not made it to the age bracket to be an elder. So we definitely know that you're a fool. And being that you're a fool, I'm not even going to get mad at you. I just will ask you to not just, keep that to yourself, especially on my posts. I don't want to hear it. At the end of the day, I'm not here to debate with anybody about your beliefs. What you believe is what you believe, but keep that stuff away from me. How about that? But on that note, I want y'all to go out and get tested, okay? Make sure you're getting tested. Make sure that you're telling the truth, and start with self, because you have to tell yourself the truth. Let's start there. Let's do that. Let's help someone today. Try to do something for someone other than yourself, because y'all so selfish and all you do is think about yourself. Think about your kids sometimes too. Think about them first. Matter of fact, have you ever tried that? I'm here to explain to you that you can do something different out here. You can change who you are. You can change for the world, Craig. Have a good one and keep smiling, y'all. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Your girl ain't even hit you with what she normally hit you with. If ain't nobody told you that they love you today, your girl is telling you that I love you. I hope that you have a blessed day and shake them haters off. Don't let them come through with the shenanigans. We're not going for that. Sorry, Junior and Juniorette. Y'all not coming through with all that hate. We don't have time for you. We just ask you to mind your business, because that's what I'm spreading 2025. Mind your business, okay? And stay up out of mine. And if I don't talk to you, don't go around acting like you know who I am, because you don't know me. I am not the same person that I was 3 years ago. I'm not the same person that I was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 or 20 years ago. You don't know who I am today. If I don't communicate with you regular, you do not know who I am. But on that note, I want y'all to totally have a blessed day, because I'm here to spread love, okay? Not war. We trying to stop all that, okay? Let's make it make sense, and let's keep smiling. Let's be happy. Love y'all.